Hey everybody, Home Slice Henry here, and we are back taking a look at some more new Gen 6 Pokemon in the Great League. And today we are taking a look at Talonflame. Talonflame is a fire flying type that has Fire Spin, Flame Charge, and Brave Bird, so honestly has a really good moveset. And I decided to run it with Toxicroak and Chestnut, and honestly it worked out pretty well. I ran it for all 5 sets today, ended up going 14 and 11, and I had some incredibly close games, so I'm really excited to show them to you guys. And also, I was even able to win a game where my opponent let a Bastiodon into my Talonflame, and I was still able to get the win. So without further ado, let's hop right into these battles. Alright, and we're hopping into the first game here. We are leading Talonflame into Skarmory. So this is a really good lead for us, of course, since we are doing super effective damage. We are going to be going straight for the Flame Charge. And this is not going to be enough to take it out, unfortunately, but it is going to do a decent amount of damage. So we are going to need to shield this up, but then we will sacrifice a shield, but we'll have a very healthy Talonflame. See what they come in with. They come in with a Stunfisk. I'm going to swap into the Toxicroak. And the reason being, I'm safe swapping into the Toxicroak to see if they have any additional flyers in the back that could threaten Chestnut. So if they are, I do want to draw them out so I can kill them with Talonflame. I'm going for the Mud Bomb that is going to get the shield, and they're going to be going for a Mud Bomb of their own to take me out, but that is 100% fine. I am going to be waiting my switch clock, then coming in with Chestnut. Yep, coming in with Chestnut, and we are doing super effective damage, and they bring out a Sunny Cherrim. And Cherrim is going to be able to hit me for super effective damage with these Weather Balls, so that's not ideal. We quick swap into Talonflame, and we're going straight for the Flame Charge. They're more than likely going to let this go. Boom, they do. That takes out the Sunny Cherrim. Stunfisk comes back in. I am going to shield this up and see if I can do some Fire Spin damage since I'm boosted up. And I'm able to get to the Flame Charge. This is great. I am going to be able to get their last shield. And they're going to need to throw to take me out. And so this discharge is going to be taking me out, but I do have stored energy on Chestnut, so this is going to be a good game. Perfect. And this is going to be hitting that Stunfisk for super effective, and that does allow us to take the match. So as you can see there, Talonflame did really well against Skarmory and was able to help set up the rest of the team. Hopping to the next game here, leading into a Diggersby, and they swap into a Mandibuzz. And with Mandibuzz being a flyer, neither one of my back 2 Pokemon really want to see this, so I am going to stay in. And I do call their bait, it's just the Aerial Ace, and I'm going to go for a Flame Charge to really ramp up my attack. Flame Charge connects, and now my Fire Spins are boosted. And so basically, if I just throw a shield here, and if he just starts matching shields, ooh, Shadow Balls, that was a good shield, then I should be in a really good spot where I can Fire Spin down. Charge move coming through, that Flame Charge is going to get the shield. And from here, I should be able to shield up and then farm down, and then I'll have a ton of energy for whatever decides to come in next. So I actually choose not to throw here, and I choose to just Fire Spin down. Alright, and that Diggersby comes back in. We're going straight for the Flame Charge. That connects. Look how much damage that does. And now we're going for another one, and they are forced to throw because they were worried that we were going to take them out. And we're able to get to it. Oh my goodness, the Fire Punch was not enough. And we are going to be able to get the shield. Fantastic. So now we're in a really good spot. We can come in with Toxicroak. And I quick swap onto Chestnut to catch the Earthquake, because Earthquake would do a ton of damage to Toxicroak. Ooh, that Earthquake is not very effective. And they have an Air Slash Tropius. Oh, this is really bad. Oh, this is really bad. Okay. I throw a Superpower, just because that's only going to be single resisted. We'll come in with the Toxicroak. I can survive an Aerial Ace, and then it's just going to be a race to see if I can get to the Sludge Bomb. And we're able to get to the Sludge Bomb. We have very little health left. This should be enough to KO. And now, come on, can we counter down? We can, so we take the win on 1 HP. Oh my goodness. Hopping to the next game, Talonflame into Bastiodon, horrible lead. They're doing double super effective damage. We're going to safe swap into Chestnut, and we draw out a Shadow Victory Bell. I don't want to debuff myself just yet, so I am going to be going for the Energy Ball. That does get the shield. And Charge move coming through. I am going to shield this up because my goal is I want to do quite a bit more damage to this Victory Bell. And I'm going for a second Energy Ball, and unfortunately they do actually no shield, so really good no shield by them. I go straight for the Superpower now. This should be doing a ton of damage. Boom, that connects. Unfortunately, my defense is lowered, so they are able to Razor Leaf me down. I realize that Toxicroak's my key to winning, so I need to come in with Toxicroak. I can let this go because it's resisted. I need to get ahead on energy with Toxicroak. So I'm ahead on energy, and let's see what they have. They have a Chestnut of their own in the back. I'm going to build up and go for the Sludge Bomb. They should be getting the shield, and then I'm going to swap out into Talonflame to draw out the Bastiodon. And they actually choose to throw, so that is an interesting choice there. And the Bastiodon comes back out. This is perfect. Now I'm going to go straight for a Brave Bird to lower my defense so he gets less farm. And now I do have a win condition. My goal is I'm going to shield the charge move from Bastiodon. Then from this health, I should be able to counter down, and then I'll have a Sludge Bomb ready for Chestnut in the back. And counter is absolutely destroying Bastiodon. I have a Sludge Bomb ready. They know it, and they decide to leave the match. So even though I had the worst possible lead, we were able to overcome it and get the win. Leading Talonflame into Deoxys. This is not a great lead because those Rock Slides are double super effective. Alright, and now I'm actually going straight for the Brave Bird, just to see if I can connect with it. Boom, and it connects. Huge damage. I am going to need to shield this up. And honestly, I'm probably going to have to commit 2 shields here. But I'm okay with that because I've preserved a ton of health on my Talonflame. So basically, whatever comes in, looks like it's Shift Tree. I am going to throw a Flame Charge just to get a shield. And then I'm going to swap into my Toxicroak since they actually swapped into Shift Tree. Alright. And that does reset my debuff on Talonflame, which is good. And Shift Tree is going to be able to get to back-to-back charge moves. That's fine. We can tank 2 Leaf Blades, and we're able to counter down. And let's see what they decide to come in with here. They decide to come in with Meganium, and I do go for the Mud Bomb bait. I'm hoping that I can get to 2 Mud Bombs, since I was expecting a shield. Unfortunately, can't quite get there. And I'm going to come in with Talonflame, and the Meganium is going to throw their energy. They throw an Earthquake, and that does quite a bit there. Oh my goodness. And now we're going to need Chestnut to close out the match. Charge move coming through from Meganium. We can safely tank a Frenzy Plant. That's not an issue. And really nice catch there. They realize I was building up to 2 superpowers. And so I am going to overfarm by just a little bit and go for the second superpower, and this should be enough to take out the Meganium. And it is perfect. So we were able to get the win there. Chestnut was able to close the match. Hopping into the next game here. Again, leading Talonflame into Mantine. And this is actually not a good lead because it's a Bubble Mantine, so they are doing super effective. And this should be a Bubble Beam. It's super effective, but I can let this go. I'm going to be going straight for the Brave Bird. This will be doing a ton of damage to the Mantine because my goal is to get the Mantine out of here. That does a ton of damage. Swap into Chestnut. And the Mantine is going to go for an Ice Beam. This is going to be doing super effective damage, but my goal is to just tank it. Yep, I am able to tank it, and they come in with Stunfisk. I should be able to get shields here. So I'm going for the first superpower, and that gets a shield. Okay, perfect. Because we're in a really tough spot, but if Chestnut's able to get shields, then Toxicroak should have some really nice play endgame. We're able to get the shield, and we do force them to throw. So they're going to throw the Rock Slide to take us out. Alright, and we're going to come back in with Talonflame and see if we can farm up some extra energy. We are going to need to shield these Rock Slides, because again, they'll be double super effective. So we shield up the first Rock Slide. Second Rock Slide coming through. And they swap in the Mantine, I swap in the Toxicroak, and farm down. They bring out Galvantula. I do go for the Mud Bomb, just to do some chunk damage onto Galvantula. And they are going to throw. This is more than likely going to be the Discharge, which is going to be taking me out. Yep, does take me out. And I am able to get off the Flame Charge. This is going to be taking out the Galvantula. It's perfect. Stunfisk comes out, and we're able to get to the Flame Charge on 1 HP. That is going to be taking out the Stunfisk and giving us a very improbable victory. Oh my goodness. And we're hopping into the next game here. Okay, Talonflame into Meganium. This is a fantastic lead for us. We're doing super effective damage. They swap into Deoxys. Here I am trying to get to the Brave Bird. Unfortunately, they get to the charge move before I do, which is not great. So I am going to be shielding up this Rock Slide and going for a Brave Bird before I depart. I don't have a good answer to Deoxys. I'm able to land it. I'm going to quick swap into Chestnut, and even if they hit me with a Psycho Boost, I'm going to let it go because I have already expended the shield. It is the Psycho Boost that does a ton of damage, but I am able to farm down. And they're going to come back in with the Meganium. I'm going for the Superpower. And then hopefully I will be able to get one more Vine Whipping to get the second superpower off as well. Perfect. Throwing these two superpowers allows my switch clock to keep moving, and that's going to be really helpful because I do want to realign our switch clocks. I'm going to wait my whole clock here and then come back in with the Talonflame. Talonflame, they bring out Bastiodon, I insta-swap into Toxicroak. And Toxicroak is in a really good position here. I overfarm by just a little bit, going for a Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb does take care of the Bastiodon. Meganium comes out. I'm going to let this go. And they baited me, so that was a good no shield there. And I'm going to keep building up to the Sludge Bomb to force them to throw again. That's going to take me out, that's just fine. Now I come in with Talonflame and a shield, and my opponent resigns the match because they know it's over. So we are able to take that game. Fantastic. Hopping to the next one, Talonflame versus Zapdos. This is not a great lead, but Zapdos does well against all of my Pokemon, so my main goal here is just to shield everything they throw flame charges, and attempt to Fire Spin down. Shielding up the Drill Peck, going for a Flame Charge. This is going to get a shield because Shadow Zapdos is exceedingly glassy. That does get the shield, which is perfect. And another charge move coming through. I'm going to shield this up again. And they swap into Toxicroak. I'm going for the boosted Brave Bird here, and they're going just for a Mud Bomb. I let that go, and we'll see if we can one-hit KO this Toxicroak. Boom! Massive damage, that takes it out. That's fantastic, and I'm going to need to switch out. Here, they bring out a Stunfisk, I bring out Toxicroak. And again, this is my second best answer to Stunfisk because an Earthquake can take me out, but I am able to get the shield here, which is good, and I'm going to be able to force them to throw an Earthquake. They throw the Earthquake, that takes me out. I'm going to wait my clock and then come in with Chestnut. Come in with Chestnut, and they swap into the Zapdos. I go for the Superpower. I'm hoping this will be enough even though it's resisted, and it's enough to take out the Zapdos. That is huge. And I quick swap into Talonflame, and my opponent resigns the match. So GG's to my opponent there. Really cool team with the Shadow Zapdos. Now here we get the best possible lead into Shadow Abomasnow. As you can see, I took a screenshot because that's just the best possible lead you can see. They come in with Medicham, and I'm going straight for the Brave Bird. Before I leave, let's see if we can connect this. Oh my goodness. Medicham absolutely deleted. Swampert comes out, and I actually make a mistake. I should have gone into Chestnut there, and I accidentally went into Toxicroak. I was just so happy that I was able to one-hit KO that Medicham. Oh goodness. Hydro Cannon comes through, and they're going to be able to Mud Shot down. At this point, I am going to wait my switch clock, and then come in with the Chestnut. Chestnut comes in, and I do shield this up, and they're actually running the Earthquake variant, so very, very interesting. The Abomasnow comes out. I'm going to go for a Superpower to get the last shield, and quick swap back into Talonflame. I'm going to need to shield this up because that would be doing some decent neutral damage, and alright. The Abomasnow is able to get to another one. That Weather Ball comes really close to taking me out, doesn't quite. And I'm able to get to the Flame Charge, and this is going to be more than enough to take out the Swampert and give us the game. And so in conclusion, Talonflame, is it worth investing in? I would say if you're looking for a fun Pokemon to use, yes. But in terms of viability, I do think it's outclassed by quite a few other fires in the current meta. Granted, I think it's definitely usable because I believe that fire leads are exceedingly strong at the current moment, but in terms of whether you need a Talonflame, I'm going to have to go with no. It is a ton of fun, however, as you can tell. Landing one of those Brave Birds is oh so very satisfying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, definitely feel free to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and definitely helps the channel grow, and I'll see you guys in the next video.